for know say we fight so much to liberate ourselves and then come and mimic the thieves and the murderer them. We rob way of our dignity. And now we are mimic them. We are mimic pirates, Rasta. At least going to mimic pirates. We're setting up festivals and this and that. For go to Port Royal, go mimic the pirate them. I bet you any one of them are going to have some little picnic with dress up like pirate. No, Rasta. Hello, no man. What a busy week, Rasta. And next week I'm busier. What a busy week. Things are going same time everywhere. Everywhere. We give thanks. So at least the people them can have little joy in themselves when them go at this party, because I tell you the truth, if it wasn't for the party them, I tell you man, it's terrible. But the music keep the people them. Why you up all the people them who know say, even though them have problems around them, when them go a certain place, them feel joyful and joyous, yes. Next week, we have a holiday, I guess so. This weekend, well on a weekend, the beginning of the week, which is Sunday, IRFM will be in Westmoreland, Cabo Mahat, Eru. Our program will be broadcast live. The Bob Marley, oh gosh man, you know Bob Marley. The Peter Tosh. Why should I get a beating for that? The Peter Tosh celebration, Westmoreland. We will be there. Yes, we will be there. Why we went to memorial for Alan Cole in the National Arena. Well, I was see some people I never see for a long time, you know, like when I go to Kingston Technical. Yeah, I never see them for a long time. But I'm glad I see them. Yeah, but why yellow spanner? Why I tell you, spanner look different to me, you know, Rasta. Why yellow spanner, you know? A whole heap of people can't remember what I call out how much of people who are yellow, you know, but who are yellow, all the ones them who know me from Wesley and Kingston Technical were there at the Alan Cole Memorial there. Yes. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We like how the people them turn out. Yes. It was wonderful. We never got to the actual procession to shoot as hill, but we say, go on, of course go on, Alan Cole was there, yes. We say, the place busy not only in Jamaica, but a foreign too. Last week, the idea of the Nobel Peace Prize had come up. I know Donald Trump, I lobby for himself and a couple other people, but them get a woman the Nobel Peace Prize from Argentina. Yes, she named Marie Machado. Machado, should I say. And it's the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. You know why I hear it? The woman with them gay, the Nobel Peace Prize, is a big supporter of Donald Trump. She's such a big supporter that she publicly dedicate the Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump. She's like I don't want to say the female Donald Trump in our country, you know, but apparently she is like the favorite, is like the female Donald Trump. inside of Argentina, Venezuela, I should have said, you know. I say Argentina, Venezuela. Because you know, so them a try overthrow the Prime Minister of Venezuela for a long, long time. And she even a try get Donald Trump to invade Venezuela. Yeah, she get him to invade, try to get him invade, she become the Prime Minister. The lady come publicly and say she had dedicate this Nobel Peace Prize to Donald Trump. He's such a great man. Now the problem with this thing I know is that the war going on between Israel and the Palestinians, them say Donald Trump make it stop. And it, upon the surface, it might sound like rare, yes, the war stop. But I want you to know, say, Bibi, or what them call Netanyahu, don't achieve him goal yet, you know. Who don't really believe, say, the war will just stop, so, because Trump push him out tonight. Day before yesterday, today hour, Wednesday, the day after, them called it peace treaty. The Israeli army IDF kill 5 Palestinians, shoot them dead. Because them say the Palestinians, them cross a line where them shouldn't cross. Kill the Palestinians, them. To the point now where them have argument to say, you know, them supposed to release a certain amount of Palestinians, you know, so them not release all of them again. So we don't know what will happen now. We don't know, maybe Trump have to go back down there, or fly go back down there. Because this man, trust me, man, him is out to get rid of these people by any means necessary. 5 Palestinians was killed day before yesterday. 5 of them. This is after all of the other baloo about the war done. 5. It's a weird situation. Meanwhile, Donald Trump invade Chicago and Portland. Portland, Oregon we are talking about, not Portland in Jamaica. Not Portland in Jamaica. Portland, Oregon. The man say, there's an insurrection going on. And when you see the picture of them at the place, you know, not one thing are going on there, you know. But if him call out insurrection, him can call in the army. Which is that him a do. What a thing. What a thing. The thing get away, you know. The thing get away. And it go spiral out of hand. Yeah, it go spiral out of hand. As a matter of fact, it's spiral already. But we just wait to see what going to happen, the outcome. And we still wait for hear what the 2 parties them in Jamaica, what is their stand on this debacle we are going in a Palestine, in a Israel. Why hear what them say? When we say the 2 people them down here we are talking about Golden and the Prime Minister. We want to hear what is them stand. You know, so much things happen. We have to pick and choose the things that we want to feel emotional about, or the things that we want to vex about. Because how the earth around you now. And some strange people around the thing. Yeah, man, them strange. It's like something just, I don't know if it's the food or is it clothes. But just like all the time get hot in the day and cool down in the night. And so the people them are going, but guess what? Some people get all hot in the night too, you know. Yeah, man, some get hot in the night. And why you listen to this?
Cicero once wrote, the poor man...
Cicero, I will call it Cicero. We call it Cicero, but he's a man who have enough argument, as I would say. So I'm going to play what I'm argument. Listen to this.
Cicero once wrote, the poor man works non-stop. The rich man lives off the poor man's labor. The soldier protects them both. The taxpayer foots the bill for all three. The banker robs all four. The lawyer twists the truth for all five. The doctor sends a bill to all six. The criminal terrifies all seven. And the politician, he lives like a king off all eight. Written in 43 BC. Sounds like it was posted this morning.
43 BC was when that saying was written. 43 BC. That, you know what BC mean? Them say before Christ. We say no, BC is before the common era. We don't say BC again. Just like how we don't say AD again. You know, see it. But BC, according to them, is before Christ. This man says something away. Listen it again.
Cicero once wrote, the poor man works non-stop. The rich man lives off the poor man's labor. The soldier protects them both. The taxpayer foots the bill for all three. The banker robs all four. The lawyer twists the truth for all five. The doctor sends a bill to all six. The criminal terrifies all seven. And the politician, he lives like a king off all eight. Written in 43 BC. Sounds like it was posted this morning.
Yes. I wonder if you have a break or so, no?
The time on IRFM is
14 minutes to 11 o'clock. So in that clip, the politician is the main culprit. After you go through the criminal, the liar, the scammer, all of them, it end up that the politician is the one where create problems for all of the one them we mentioned. I wonder if you agree with it. Because I miss out something there, so you know. I miss out the preacher. You miss out the preacher. And you know, we can't live out the preacher because we feel say the preacher is the most destructive person in the society now. As it relates to the people, their mind, and the people, them awakening. So would I put all the preacher in it too? But we see where a whole heap of people are wake up. Yeah. We see a whole heap of people are wake up. Yet you see a whole heap of people are slumber. Because the society see a way such that it's very difficult for you carve a sense of realistic approach to life other than where them guide you through. Because them a guide us through the den of, we mentioned that they hate people them and the politician become the hate to a person. Because look back on you now. They have a case of go on with Royal Reid. Yes, they have a case with his wife, the helper. May I tell you? It is alleged that him open bank account using him helper and then take the book from her and the card and draw the money. Now them they are court and it's a long time we are here and I wonder when this thing will happen. Well, we see it go on, you know. So, we know Jamaican people are watching that one carefully, you know. Yeah, them are watch it carefully. Because it's a long time we have to wait. I want to that case there. Oh, we not hear about that case there. Well, we hear about it now. And it are going to the court them now. Royal Reed, he was a principal at Jamaica College. Caribbean, the maritime school out of Palisades Road there. And a minister, a politician too. Now they fought apart there, cause that is where Cicero talk about there. These people is so terrible. If I hear them say man to man is so unjust, you don't know who to trust. You know, you can't trust certain people, you know, but never trust a politician. And Bob Marley say, never trust a politician to grant you no favor. Because he will always want to control you forever. That is what Bob Marley say. I will totally agree with it. Because why you can look and say, yes, how you do, and yeah, I hear you. But it's when you start to get close, you realize, the whole of them are the same thing. Yeah, the whole of them. Even though it make it sound like them have the people at heart. Them do have the people at heart, man. Do have the people at heart. And over the past, today our Wednesday, from last week, I left the program. Thursday, I left the program. Up to today, I realized that, boy, the politicians, them not ready at all, boy. I tell you, them have the people, them are laga. And I walk behind them. And I run behind them. And I think upon them. But it's a different breed of people. I tell you, different breed of people. The problem is that most of them profess Christianity and them are the liars that people you can't find. Them lie to them own politician, them in the house. And them lie to the people that when them come out of the house. Some serious people, yeah man, them talk some things where them don't make the normal people them hear it, you know. Well, it's when them amongst themselves. Oh gosh, man. It's when them talk to one another. You don't never know so these people care. I say them care for the masses of the people them. Them why you vote. And when you vote, you like an idiot feel say certain things are going to go on for you. And then you come back on a ball and a quarrel. And I talk about you vote for this and you vote for that. Well, look where the thing I go. Look where the thing reach now. Look where the thing reach now. Jamaica was overrun by the English pirates. Listen to me, I say, you know, Jamaica was overrun by the English pirates to the point where the English and the Spaniard them fight for this little piece of rock or so. Them fight for it. One time one did have it, and the next one fight and take it back, and the next one fight. The only reason why we don't talk Spanish is because the English fight out the Spaniard them out of it. And them go control Cuba. And then the next set of them now, the French, them go control Haiti. No. Port Royal. When I grew up in a school, them tell I say, in a history class, Port Royal was one of the wickedest places on earth. I would tend for one think that way they still. We tend for one think that way they still, you know. Say Port Royal, wickedest place on earth. Not Port Royal, Jamaica. But when I hear youth, I hear them say Port Royal was the wickedest place on earth. Why? Because these thieves from England used to come to Port Royal with all of them, because them used to have fight. Them used to fight on the sea, them, you know, the Caribbean Sea and them places, you know. Rob ships, we are come on this and rob ship. Take away them gold, take away them woman, them take away all sorts of things. Kill who them for kill. Them go up on the west coast of Africa. Take away them for take. Kill who them for kill. Throw people off a board. And go claim insurance with it. Port Royal, them say, was one of the wickedest places on earth. Port Royal was where a whole heap of these so-called king's men, should I call it queen's men, used to gather up themselves, have a wonderful time, and go back to them thievery and robbery upon the sea. Port Royal. There's a place out of Port Royal named Morgan Harbour. Now, well, for one might not know is Morgan, no matter about. There's a man named Henry Morgan. Sir Henry Morgan. One of the biggest criminal and thief where England did have upon the high seas. Henry Morgan, Sir Henry Morgan. He was one of the first governor of Jamaica. One of the first governors of Jamaica, Henry Morgan. Henry Morgan was the man in Jamaica for the British Crown. And he was very, very wicked. But them teach you about Henry Morgan in a school. Them teach you about Henry Morgan in a school. Them teach you about Port Royal. Them teach you about Port Royal, and we I say, in a school they say, what? Yeah. Would I love see movies about the pirates. So them come with some movie with pirates tonight, and even meant, as a matter of fact, one of the biggest one was shot in Jamaica too. And them come and them show you the glory and the glamour of the pirates. But round the corner, they make Jamaica become one of the wickedest places on earth, with where them did go on with in a Port Royal. And it is written in the history books what took place in Port Royal when these criminals and pirates land on the shores of Jamaica. What they did, the madness we used to go on in a Port Royal by these so-called pirates, buccaneers. No. After years, and we as African people was brought here by these same people. Them bring us come here so and enslave our ancestors with foreparents. Kill them. Chop off them head. Do all sorts of things with the woman, them rape them. Sodomize them. Yeah, them sodomize all the woman them too. And now, when we fight to let go ourselves off of the shackles and the chains of these guys, the people them who for ancestors dead, for we now come here so, come live a certain kind of life. Some of the same people them who them mother and them papa, great grandfather and grandmother come here so and get picnic for them. And live here so as well them now called Jamaican. These bossy slaves, these niggers, these roast bread fruit, come and tell we now say, we must celebrate. Anybody here? They must celebrate. Pirates, buccaneers, the thieves and the criminals who instigating this. Black people are instigate that in a Jamaica. Yes. You think, say, you're go to England and hear white people celebrate Taki, celebrate Sam Sharp. Black people have to take up that pan them head to celebrate those man. Sam Sharp, Taki, Nani, and whosoever else we recognize as freedom fighters that get us out of some of the chain them, because we not fully come out of the chain them yet. We come now and hear say some of these Negroes, these roast bread fruit, are going to celebrate in a Port Royal. The pirates, the connection between England and Jamaica is the pirates. Because all of them is pirates. All Victoria, Queen Victoria, where them name Victoria Park after, them change the name now. Victoria Pier, we should have changed the name that too. Because I don't see how them change Victoria Park name and not change Victoria Pier name. To the point even when Marcus Garvey landed Jamaica after them, hold him for 5 years in America and deport him. A Victoria Pier come off. Now, Victoria Pier carry the name of Queen Victoria. To them have a statue of Victoria Pier. And that Victoria Pier have a statue of Queen Victoria, sorry. She have them a statue of Queen Victoria. Now, me ask black people in Jamaica now. You don't see that funny? That this government, this black government, this African people government is going to, so we don't know, they're going to dress up like pirates in a Port Royal.
The time on IRI FM is?
Time is 2 minutes past 11 o'clock. May I ask the question, in this celebration, this upcoming pending celebration, will they be having black people running up and down going on like them as pirates? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. It's really that them going to do. I don't ever want to think about it. Stick up in here. That is Peter Tosh, as we all know. You see them three names that they mentioned. Marco Polo go east. Marco Polo was an Italian. Marco Polo was an Italian. Christopher Columbus, who come west. Christopher Columbus was an Italian. Come from Genoa, in Italy. Now, all of them people there end up in another people land. All of them end up in a people land. As a matter of fact, it is said that it's Marco Polo ship, after fighting a war, dead bodies, and it become like a nuisance to rat them and them thing there. Somebody rat them, end up on the boat them, we go down there, along the east there. We are talking about near China and all them places there. And it's that bring the, what them call it, bubonic plague in Europe. We kill 3/4 European population. We don't want to go back in history, go see it. European history me I talk about now. 3/4 of the population of Europe dead from this black plague according to them. And Marco Polo was a pirate. Because when them go and see the Chinese them have this thing where them call powder, where blow up things, them turn it in a gunpowder and start to use it in a gun. Henry Morgan, may I tell you, man, it bleed my heart, Rasta. It bleed my heart. For no say, we fight so much to liberate ourselves, and then come and mimic the thieves and the murderer them. We rob way of our dignity, and now we are mimic them. We are mimic pirates, Rasta. At least going to mimic pirates. We're setting up festivals and this and that. For go a portray, I go mimic the pirate them. I bet you any one of them are going to have some little picnic with dress up like pirate. No, Rasta. Stick up in there, believe you me. Your Peter Tasha call out some man name, and no whole heap on the door, connect nothing. Where I say with nothing where gone by history, you know. You see that brother named John Hawkins. John Hawkins was the man who get a ship from Queen Victoria named the SS Jesus of Vubec. And Jesus, them call the ship, you know. And when me just start side Rasta, you know, I mean, you Rasta them and say, Jesus bring them on here. Me wonder what them talk about. And then me come realize about a ship did really name Jesus. The Rasta man them didn't know what them say. Say Jesus bring them on here. And up to now, Jesus and make them stay on here with another kind of thinking. So why them did have a ship named Jesus we bring on here? Them give you another thing named Christian Jesus. Where have we a stay on here and I enslave ourselves now. What a thing, what a thing. Yes, Tita Tash. Celebrating him life. Sunday coming. Words say, reflect on.
For the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yes.
I don't want to go to
the man say him no want to go heaven. Listen to me. Peter Tash say him no want to go heaven. Because the meek are going to inherit the earth. You want it to play like that? If we're going to inherit the earth, if no want to go to heaven. But the whole on the run can heaven. Whole on the run can heaven. The earth is fair one. And all the fullness in it. So, when the run go heaven and go on. But it's a terrible thing. These people bring down power. That's why I play the one about all the pirates, all the politician them control everyone, you know. The Cicero speech there, well, long before Christ, he make that speech there, you know, and it's still relevant today. We are talking about the pirates, them. We are coming on a different farm now. We are guide the people them towards a history where a white people supposed to celebrate that. I don't business if it's Jamaica. They must celebrate and I say Jamaica. What is it that is important in the pirate time in a Port Royal that we should now celebrate it? What is it we're celebrating? That is what Jamaican people must ask and find out from them leaders. When you say you celebrate Port Royal, what is it that happened in Port Royal that you should be celebrating? What happened in Port Royal help sustain we as a people, help give clarity in our consciousness as a people. Because if you celebrate something, it must have sense. Or it must make sense to you. You must can see some kind of benefit out of that celebration, where the benefit is that there's something that happened in history that is so connected to us as a people. We should be celebrating. But I don't see what we are celebrate. Henry Morgan come on and do him do. All the pirates them and the buccaneers them come on and do what them do. Whenever you hear about a brother named Cinque, we're going to take the break and come forward. Cinque. Still there with you, you know. Yeah, we have mentioned a brother named Cinque. I don't know how much have you ever heard of him, Cinque. Cinque was an African who them take from Africa and I bring him come on here and him have a mutiny on the ship. Kill a whole heap of white people on the ship and a whole heap of African were they on the ship dead with him too. But him eventually reach on a them part of the world in America. And then they have some people where they have fight for the end of slavery. According to them church people, them say it was evil. So them they have fight the cause for it. Anyway, after a while, Cinque win the case against the American government. Them carry go to Supreme Court, and what happens is that him end up go back to Africa. Yes, I think as Sierra Leone. That's why you have a big Jamaican group of people who take hold in Sierra Leone. Well, these people, these bossy slaves what we are talking about, you know. These bossy slaves, I don't think them even know about Cinque. That here's a man who overcome the pirates, not only physically on the boat, but end up in a court. A white man fight the case for him, and him put words in the white man's mouth and win the case. They have a book named Cinque. Yeah, Cinque, yeah. Now this man should be celebrated because I fight the pirates them both physically and mentally and win. And him and him bridging them and his whosoever woman him did there end up and go back to Africa. Because them say never come from Africa when them take him and Them have some law there where I govern the thing. But him win. Now, as me as most people don't know about Cinque, you will never hear a white man celebrate Sam Sharp. How the hell we are celebrate Henry Morgan? I call all the place Morgan Harbour. What the hell is wrong with these black people? What wrong we don't know? We don't know who was Henry Morgan. We don't know who was Henry Morgan. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. To know, man. So much to know about yourself. And these little bossy slave have it. I go on like say them don't understand where I go on. Bossy slave, that we call them. We are tell the parents them, you know. We are ask the parents them. If them picnic come home with anything will look like pirates outfit, say, them are going to take part in it. Tell them, say them sick, them can't go. Don't make them take your picnic and go walla walla in some crazy thing, but them a celebrate Henry Morgan and all the mad pirate them will come on here, so come kill and murder all themselves too. Them people used to cut out man heart, you know. I know me say that, you know, for them book I say it. Cut out them heart. When them drunk, them do anything. Not to mention what them do with the woman, them. Terrible thing. Tackle every subject on earth, man. Reggae music, yeah. And I know some big university man we are talking about. I write songs. And some man will sit down in the dirt. Most of them dirt and philosophize to become philosophers of great understanding of life and what life supposed to mean. Serious thing. We stand as a witness to that. Yes. 1492. Serious time that. And we are trying to bring back 1492 with Columbus and him friend them spirit, invoking the spirit in the African people them who is domiciled on these farmer slave plantation island called Jamaica. Why is it? Why is it that we are chasing after these ghosts? Why is it we're chasing after the ghosts? We're chasing after the ghosts of Morgan, of Hawkins, of Marco Polo. I mean, if I sit down and remember them, I'll call them out and them unstop call for the rest of the night. Yeah, man. We need to wake up, and we can't make these bossy slaves who sit down in a parliament lead with blindly half of the mountainside, half of the cliff edge. Because that is where really are going. We are being led on the cliff. We're going to take a break because it's 12 o'clock and come forward. Break time, 12 o'clock. We are going down there. 12 o'clock. We just carry through the paces and I reflect on these, the bossy slave. We are bring back the ghost of Morgan, the pirate, you know, and all of these people who enslaved we. That today we have to search a way out of this dark tunnel. We are searching the light at the end of the tunnel. And instead of these people guide we and protect we through the tunnel, it's like they might make it more darker. Yes, they make it more darker. And we know if you pop and weave. Pop and weave round the whole thing. And make it look like, say, we are idiot. Where we are deal with them thing they far. Then how them a deal with it? Them a glamorize it. When we talk about it here, them a say, African, when we talk about African, this African, that here, them a say, them think they got a long time. Then how them a celebrate the coming of these thieves and crooks and robbers in a Jamaica? How them a celebrate it? What is it that happened in a Port Royal that we must celebrate it? Tell me that. What is it that happened in a Port Royal that Jamaican people should celebrate? You don't see them carry down the cliff. Right down in the cliff, them carry away. And we can't really see it because them put things over our eye. Them put things over our eye, that's what we can't see. And we can't have ear neither. Because them put cover our ears too. What is it? What is it that they are doing to the people of Jamaica? And the people of Jamaica just a go on like nothing happen. And you see things happen, you know. Every day things happen. Every day things happen. And we go and play about that brother where we just play. Yes. Cicero. I saw them from him seeing him. We go and play him back because a whole heap of people never hear about that man. Long time man from before Christ and all them people there did create. From before them create them Christ business. Jesus. The man did live. And I say things that we can come now and behold that what they were saying is true. So even them days there, man recognized in a philosophical way that these people, these crooks and jinal, these puppets is walking around like them intelligent and educated. But them is so-called educated fool. Yes, educated fool. If them never educated foolishly, they would see them weirdness. It will show them up in the mirror and make them realize, say, no, but why we really celebrate this thing here? Why? Burkina Faso, yes, Iel.
Hi, Muta.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man. Really appreciate the level of education they give us freely, especially when you know the government pressure people for school fee. Yeah, man, really appreciate. But never hear mention, well, William Lynch. No, I would have gone to the Mississippi River. What name?
Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch. When I go to the Mississippi River.
Eh?
Him saw black people, all them string up black people and man say what a waste. You saw them deal with us now, Muta.
Yeah.
But Muta, these guys now, Muta, I'm gonna tell you, it's like how we know about the corruption and them find a different way for rob by bringing in the project them. And you see who we elect and them around Jamaica, you know. The disparate thing I benefit other people and them have the audacity for really I bring it to us and I step it for come promote it. Because a white boy now celebrate Marcus Garvey. The Jews will never celebrate Hitler. Why is it everything I just just a push down poor black people throat, so. The Jews will never celebrate Hitler Muta.
What am I celebrating for? After I'm killed 6 million of them.
But look much million people, German, whatever, kill Africa too. And a lot of people don't hear about, don't know about it.
Belgium, 10 million.
Right. And them celebrate that, but you never hear them mention how much million black people died down there.
Well, them now mention it, now we have to mention it.
Exactly, I'm going to tell you, these puppets down there, Mr. Muta, them create this so-called independence and say, all right, couple black people, 2 million, 60 people run the country and just benefit alone. That's all them do, Muta. Politicians do not have sense, Muta. Them have sense of them outer power. And them inner power, and go one focus, Muta. One focus. You travel upon the street, Muta. The filth, the sewage water, the bad road. Look past Stony before my place are flowing. The filth we live in there. And I say, these guys are collect millions of dollars and we don't have inspector. You have one hardly guard every day, most of the time in compound, JLPFM with them pretty talk. You tell us to solve the problem, boss man. That's why you're there. The road are dirty. These people are saying the pen of the place dirty. So your job as a manager is to implement or improvise things to clean the street. When that one has the case, they see these guys, the place is clean. The place dirty, Mutan. That's the mindset of the people. Look at you to run cross road, car licking down. So we just get a video here. Woman I walk from in the middle of the road. What is happening in the country? The police put on magazine per man's seat and two just take up on the magazine, put in their pocket. What is happening in our country? And these universities were so highly intelligent, not guiding the people in Muta, just money. And I talk about pirate, want to loot and exploit to 4 people and get rotten rich and own alone for walk Gold Street and live in a Paris and we still live in a squalor. What Muta? And the white people, them are push it upon them, the tourists, whatever. And them have before you run on the people, them, you come on pirate week. Muta, come on, pirate. Right, long life and we still know about $3 trillion alone on Muta.
No, we're not hear about it. So hear about it though.
Just like them as I read, I got quote and I laugh, I put up 4 things about quote term. Like him know him I get to it.
He might go a court.
Still you know about $4 trillion or $1 billion. Long life Muta.
All right, blessed.
Good night, yeah man, cool.
Blessed. Yes, you can say if I have time to play this. No, I don't have time. Because the time they're on way. But we're going to play it after that. Because certain things must be heard. And nobody else now going to do it, so I have to do it. Yes, I have to do it. Because we're going to repeat it again, you know. Mothers and fathers, the Jamaican government, I'm going to say, is going to celebrate Port Royal and include these thieves and robbers, murderers, like Henry Morgan and these people, these pirates who came to Jamaica and make Jamaica be the wickedest place on earth, according to what I read in my history book them when I was going to school. It's not I make up that. They are going to have your children them behaving like idiots. They might also want them to wear pirate outfits and dress up like pirate with all patrol, whatever one eye. I'm going to take a break.
Blessed love, you see this whole Port Royal thing now? This is just a little tourist trap now. Just a little tourist shop because them want to bring cruise to come at Port Royal. And I'm going to use that now to entice the tourists them. But all that I go do is teach the young people. It's a pirate thing, you know. So the young people them say, well, all right, we're a pirate, we're going to rob them tourists.
You think of that
nothing.
You think of that happen?
Huh?
You think of that happen to the youth them going to rob the tourists them?
But you teach them to be pirates.
But a long time I teach them that. A long time I'll make them teach that. I'll make them not teach that too.
Anyhow, you know what I want to ask you about now? The reparations thing. We need to start to get the people involved in it now. We can't just leave it to the big guys them. You understand? Because I'm sure half of Jamaica don't know what reparations is all about.
Yeah.
You understand?
Half of
and we're getting international support now, Pete. So we need to bring it to the people. You understand me?
Yeah, but I say half of Jamaican people don't have a business about that. No one know about that.
But you see, when them hear £1 trillion, them will get interested. You understand? When them hear £1 trillion, them will get interested. Now you what now? You have some lawyer been working on it for years.
Of course.
And we don't want all of that going vain because the people them in Brussels say we're entitled to it.
It's not going vain, man. It's not going vain.
I hope not.
No, man, it's not going vain, Rasta. It's not going vain. Trust me, it's not going vain.
Because you see them a push for this republic thing, you know. Which I don't have no problem with, but I want to collect the money first.
Why you want to collect the money first?
It's not even money, you know. It's not hold on. You see, if we leave, we become a republic, it's going to be a little bit harder to get that money.
Yeah, but that not negate what it happen.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. But it kind of takes away from the obligation to deliver.
Virgin, I can tell you the truth. Them people don't feel obligated about nothing. A pressure go happen, make it happen, you know, pressure. And them are going to get soft and thing and do it, you know. A pressure, we have to pressure them.
That is what I am saying.
So
we have to pressure
need more
them.
pressure. But we say we need more pressure. But
well, we have to, you and I have to keep the people informed.
Well, that's what I do.
And that's what I have to do. Anyhow, nice talking to you, my brother. But we just want to keep it on the front burner, you know?
Of course.
All right, my brother.
Some of them start dish out some money already, still, you know.
In Jamaica?
No. The people that voted that do the wickedness in England.
Yeah.
Like University of Glasgow.
Yeah, I know them give UWI some money.
Yeah, and you have others too. You have other company. You have some company there where, you know, some things I do, you know, I just say, I agree with you. It will be more public.
And you what now? You see, those people are establishing accountability, you know. But we need the British Empire to be accountable.
Yeah.
You understand? We need them to be accountable.
King George.
And you know, I was watching something the other day, and when they were saying the people who have killed the most people in the world, and them compare them to Genghis Khan.
All right, I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play it for you, yeah? I'm going to play it for you. The thing we are talking about, I'm going to play it for you.
Yeah.
Countries that kill the most people in the world, I'm going to play it for you.
But I know, man. I know, you know what the number one is.
I have to take a break. So, the Virgin just mentioned a while ago, the countries that kill the most people. We have played for him and played for those who don't hear or those who don't know. So, listen to this.
Countries that killed the most people in history. You won't believe who's at number 1. Number 10, Japan. World War II invasions in Nanjing killed 10 to 20 million. Number 9, Ottoman Empire. Wars and genocides. 15 million plus. Number 8, Mongols. Wiped out cities. 30 to 40 million. Number 7, France. Colonial brutality. 40 to 50 million. Number 6, Nazi Germany. War plus Holocaust. 50 to 55 million. Number 5, Russia, USSR. Wars, purges, famines. 50 to 60 million. Number 4, Qing dynasty. Rebellions, famines, 60 to 80 million. Number 3. USA. Native genocide plus wars, 60 to 80 million. Number 2. Mao's China. Policies and purges, 70 to 100 million. Number 1. British Empire. Colonialism and famines killed 100 million plus Indians. Total 150 million plus. Empires didn't rise. They slaughtered their way to power. Countries that killed the most people in history. You won't believe who's at number 1. Number 10. Japan. World War II invasions and Nanjing killed 10 to 20 million. Number 9. Ottoman Empire. Wars and genocides. 15 million plus. Number 8. Mongols. Wiped out cities. 30 to 40 million. Number 7. France. Colonial brutality. 40 to 50 million. Number 6. Nazi Germany. War plus Holocaust. 50 to 55 million. Number 5. Russia, USSR. Wars, purges, famines. 50 to 60 million. Number 4. Qing dynasty. Rebellions, famines. 60 to 80 million. Number 3. USA. Native genocide plus wars. 60 to 80 million. Number 2. Mao's China. Policies and purges. 70 to 100 million. Number 1. British Empire. Colonialism and famines killed 100 million plus Indians. Total 150 million plus. Empires didn't rise. They slaughtered their way to power.
So, England, the British Empire, kill more people upon earth than any other country. You hear the man say? I have no reason not to believe him. May I tell you how we feel it, how we tell you about it?
You know that in 1982, the Vatican Bank was caught laundering $800 million in cocaine money. For centuries, the Vatican stood as the world's moral authority, but behind closed doors, a shocking operation was unfolding. Archbishop Paul Marcinkus had turned the holy institution into a criminal empire. He used diplomatic pouches to smuggle cash across borders without inspection, created fake accounts under saint names, and disguised drug money as religious donations. Mafia bosses made fake pilgrimages to personally deliver millions in cocaine proceeds directly to Vatican City. Italian investigators discovered that Vatican accounts contained more drug money than actual charity funds. When journalist Roberto Calvi threatened to expose everything, he was found hanging from London's Blackfriars Bridge. His pockets were stuffed with bricks and $15,000 in cash. The mafia had silenced him permanently. Meanwhile, Marcinkus fled to Vatican City, hiding behind diplomatic immunity. The world's holiest place had become the epicenter of organized crime's financial network. Sacred walls protected the dirtiest money on earth.
That was 1982. 1982. That was happening. Listen.
Did you know the Catholic Church gave the green light to kidnap, rape, and butcher millions of black people? In 1452, Pope Nicholas V signed Dum Diversas, a decree that told Spain and Portugal they could invade Africa, chain our people, and strip them of everything. With a stroke of a pen, he turned human beings into property and called it God's will. That document lit the fuse for the transatlantic slave trade. Black men were beaten until their backs split open. Women were raped in front of their families. Children were snatched, chained, and sold like cattle. Whole generations were slaughtered, all justified by the so-called holiest man on earth. The ugly truth: our Holocaust wasn't just built by greedy kings and nations. It was blessed in the name of Christ.
We're there with you, a pastor, and what's so we have to offer. Yes, we're offering this. You're not going to hear it nowhere else, but no radio station. Yes, here we go.
Did you know that in 1492, the Pope built secret tunnels to visit his mistresses while preaching celibacy? Pope Alexander VI, also known as Rodrigo Borgia, completed construction of a hidden underground passage connecting the Vatican directly.
Hey, you know, say, my mother used to talk about bourgeois, and we go a movie already, you know, and see these things that manifest in front of me. And as a little youth, I mean, I talk about the reach teenager yet, you know. We just watch it as a movie. Well, I mean, I tell you, I remember a movie named Beckett, you know, Richard Burton. Beckett, Thomas Beckett. Them kill him right in front of, what them call it, the altar in the church, the Roman Catholic Church, right in front of the altar. Thomas Beckett. Now when I see them thing in a movie, I watch it as a movie. I grow up now and I read certain, I realize that is European history. Yeah, European history. Like this one, you know. Bourgeois, yes.
Did you know that in 1492, the Pope built secret tunnels to visit his mistresses while preaching celibacy? Pope Alexander VI, also known as Rodrigo Borgia, completed construction of a hidden underground passage connecting the Vatican directly to his lover's palace. The head of the Catholic Church was openly maintaining multiple women while demanding priests remain celibate. Borgia used papal funds to build elaborate tunnels, secret chambers, and hidden doorways throughout Rome. He appointed his own illegitimate children to high church positions and conducted wild parties in the Sistine Chapel itself. The corruption reached shocking levels as entire sections of the Vatican were converted into private pleasure quarters. Then rival cardinals decided to conduct a surprise inspection of the papal chambers. They discovered the tunnel system and found the Pope emerging from underground wearing civilian clothes instead of his robes. The horror was complete when they realized the extent of his double life. This single discovery sparked outrage across Europe and gave Martin Luther the ammunition he needed to justify breaking from Rome forever. The Protestant Reformation began with one Pope's secret tunnels.
And as you know, Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, you know, Martin Luther that break away from Rome and start the Protestant church, Martin Luther. This is the man who declares, say, no, we're not with the Pope, you know. Henry VIII is also one who break away from the church too. But him break away for a different reason. Because the Pope never want him divorce. Them know that the divorce business. And him break away to a farm and become the Anglican Church, the Church of England, the Anglican Church. And up to since Queen Elizabeth. It's a weird thing. Up to since Queen Elizabeth, no member of the royal family no member of the royal family could marry somebody outside of the Anglican Church, especially the Roman Catholic Church. I talk about Queen Elizabeth, up to Queen Elizabeth time, I think she stopped it, the idea of not marrying outside of the Anglican Church. Yes, that is where we can know these things. We must know because them put up the thing like them is the epitome of righteousness and them have a direct telephone line to God. The Pope, telephone line to God, which we know say not go so, but them have to believe that. Yes, Hail.
Hail Mutabaruka.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yeah, I just tune in, so I want to say the police them a kill the youth them innocently. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm innocent or what, but how that go? How the accountability of that go? When you kill a youth and everything, and you put out a story, and then all of a sudden, when the truth come out, and a certain go, who get in trouble for that? You know?
The person who fired
the shot. Understand that.
But you know, what them call it, the commission where investigate police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, them investigate police. Him is
In the
very
court.
annoyed that it's unprecedented that so much man are dead now from police killing.
It's a joke, man. And the society agree with it too, and it's because they don't understand what it means.
Hold on, man. What do you mean the society agree with it? With society agree?
I think a lot of the people in Jamaica, because them claims that them fed up of the youth, them a kill off the people, them wanted and a kill off people, them agrees that the police have to kill off the youth, them. You know, but you can't agree with that.
Body camera, can help to lessen that probability. It can lessen it. Body camera, government attack. I hear the chief of police attack about, well, you know, we get some camera, but we have to put the camera this, that, and the amount of camera. Hey, watch your man. Them can't get the camera.
One innocent life is too much life.
Them can't get the camera, Rasta. Them have money to get the camera.
Yeah, and you know, you can't, because like me said before, you know, me and Trinity do an interview with you, you know. And me say, every time I see them thing that come back to me, you know. Trinity say, what happened when a neighbor see you, I do that when you never want to see them. You know, I've got to kill the neighbor too. And, you know, so them thing they just, you know, it come in a way, man. But you see the other thing, you know, she said Trump win the Nobel Prize same way.
You mean when the girl gave it, the woman gave it?
Yeah, but you know, so the whole thing is that them people that make themselves be irrelevant.
Him no win it. The woman is a champion, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but she's not American, she's a Venezuelan.
Yeah, but she not give him it. She just say dedicated to him.
She dedicated to him. But you know, see, it's a playbook. It's a play, you know. Because them going is either them are kill Nicolas Maduro, analyze Nicolas Maduro,
or China back him.
But how much am I going to back him?
Oh, you mean how much?
How much am I going to back him?
Oh, you mean how much am I going to back him?
We will see.
Watch out. Yeah, China said Taiwan after them own, and every day America talk about them about start it.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna start war with China.
But these people have a thing where them call him Monroe Doctrine, you know.
Yeah, well, Monroe Doctrine.
So this world is a place where I run up under some crazy thing, and you know, we as African people now understand what it is. And every skin teeth we think is a laugh. You know? And like the people in my surrounding say, if you are going to make a man or a set of people control what you think is beauty and you will live up to that standard, what you think is God, deity and whatever, savior business, and you will live up to them expectation, you're in a problem.
Of course.
You're in a problem. We have to figure out to own. You know what I mean?
Destiny.
We have to figure out to own.
Every man have to decide his own destiny.
Yeah. And then when them talk about integration and them thing, you have to know you're integrating a man's system. You have to know where you do. You have to come with. You have to have things where mean something to. You know what I mean? You can't just tick on everything where them have. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's why the girl them are wind up on them the internet. So, you know? You know, so one of everything is by design. And until we figure that out, we're always in a problem. So, you know, I just like that. Big up yourself, you know, Motor, Fireball, Brissy, Starry, Larky, Sprat, you know, big up for yourself, you know. Because, you know, I want love. All these things done. Big up Motor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to play for hours. We're going to play it again. I will never play it yet. I will play it. You will play it again.
One of the most scandalous popes in history was Rodrigo Borgia. He rose to the top through bribery and political deals.
We play it already, but we will play it again.
One of the most scandalous popes in history was Rodrigo Borgia. He rose to the top through bribery and political deals, and in 1492 took the seat of St. Peter as Alexander VI, while Rome openly whispered that he had bought the papal crown with cardinal votes. Instead of a spiritual leader, the city got a ruler who turned the Vatican into a center of luxury, intrigue, and scandal. He didn't even try to hide his vice and greed. He indulged in mistresses and lavish banquets, and with Vanozza Catanei, he had children whom he openly acknowledged. His son Cesare and daughter Lucrezia became remembered for murders and political conspiracies. Rodrigo used the church to strengthen his family's power, handing out cardinal titles to relatives, arranging marriages, and taking part in endless plots. His lavish feasts became legendary, especially the infamous Banquet of Chestnuts, a debauched orgy in the Vatican where prostitutes, according to chroniclers, crawled naked to gather chestnuts scattered on the floor, while guests watched and gambled on who would sleep with whom. He died in 1503, and his name became a symbol of corruption and decadence within the church.
Yes. Listen, man, you know, I hear them things and nowhere else. You know, because it really amazes how me I come hear them something I know. And I'm a mother, me usually hear them things they with. I'm a mother, I don't know, black power advocate. She never rebellious like me. But one of the reasons why I realize that she don't really like church and them something there is because of them thing I'm here she tell me about, them good thing and me I talk about, before me a teenager, me hear my mother talk about them something, you know. So when me find all them clip, you know, me was say, what? Me gone back to my mother era now. Yeah, me gone back to my mother era because me used to hear she tell me about these things which she read. Because she don't know nothing about Africa. Up here European history she know. And trust me man, she could have teach European history and show you the dark side of Europe. Anyway, we'll take a break and come forward. Yes, find the dot. Yes, EL.
I'm here.
Yeah. Speak.
Yes, Muta. Good night, Muta, and the rest of the part of the world and Jamaica.
Good night, sir.
Yeah. Muta.
Yes, sir.
This camera thing, you see?
The body camera them, yeah.
Yes. You know what? The politician them hide it, you know. I'm go find one file and give you the person number that anybody can get it. You have camera. It's small as an ears ring can put in your ears.
Yeah.
Yes. And camera is small enough, like a button, the point like a button on a camera.
No, but where you about them?
You go see me find the file and you call back on the time and give the file number where people can get them camera, you know?
You have one?
Motor. And everything if you talk.
No, just tell me.
As me I say.
You know, you tell people to get camera. Me ask if you have one. Well, I mean, and everything if you talk. If you have one, you don't have one. If me did have
yeah,
a
me have
like
camera. Me have cameras.
No, you have one of the camera them where you talk about. Me have cameras too, you know, I have camera in my phone.
Yes, as me as a motor, as me as a know, me I get the file.
We're not going to further now. Me ask if you have one. The camera where you tell people must go get. You have one?
Yes, me have one. That's why me say me I go get the file.
Yeah.
Call one night, give what they hear. People can hear, get the number and send for the anything when they want it.
Which part?
All right.
How you get it through Amazon?
Yeah, man. All right. Good answer now.
No, you take too long for answer, you know, like you try to make up something.
No, me not make up nothing as me say. Me I go dig up the file.
Oh, no, wait, no, man.
Yeah.
Dig up file.
What?
You say you have one, right? You say you have one.
Yeah.
All right, you have one. May I ask you now, how you come by? You go Alibaba, you go Amazon, which one? Or you get it? Not
all
right.
right.
The file now. Just tell me how you get it.
All right. You have to send feet of foreign, you know.
Yeah, me know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who you send to? Who you send to feet?
As me say now, me have to go dig up the file now and
So
then
you
give you the name. Hold on, no, sir. Give you the name, number, and everything. You understand? You know, look at feet things like, but you come in for me, no, I get one time finish.
Me come in by you, are you call me now? Me come in by you, are you call me?
Yeah. I was looking up for the file, but I never get to locate it. But I say, I go locate it, and then now, I go call back for your program.
Night down, you call back before
No. As me say, no, I go call back to program. Sometime.
All right, which one you go locate it? Let me say, I can find it. Upon your phone, computer.
Yeah, they put my phone, but and to one no file, you know.
All right, tell me the file now. Tell me where the file, where we must look for it. I look for it. I have a phone in front of me.
No, I do have a name here now. Boss, man. You understand? But me only give you an interview. Give you an interview.
I'm Muta.
Yeah. Yeah, so me only give everybody an interview. That's then for look out when they get it. You understand? Because camera for everybody. You understand?
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Just ask you if you have one.
Me not be using one, I me not have the button one.
Which one you
understand?
Have? Which one you have? The one on your phone?
Me up on the phone too. But
no,
and
which
everything
one,
me
which one you have outside of the phone? Which one you have?
Most I don't want to talk everything about my privacy.
Why do this man? Which we're not talking them because a private thing you talk about. But you don't
but you say no. My part of.
Me never ask your name, you know. Me never ask
surveillance. You understand? Me not really want to talk certain about my surveillance. You understand? As me I say.
No, but me not tell me which part it there in your yard or which part it there by your body. Me just want to know. You tell me say you have one. So,
yes, me have Muta. Me have. As me I say, I want everybody to get the address.
Yeah,
I have it right
already,
now.
Man. You said that already.
Yeah, so me I will look for the file and then now.
All right, sir.
People can get it because you have know.
By next year you will tell me, right?
No, man, earlier than that.
Like when? Like when you go tell me? Like when?
All right, as me say no, me I go on my system.
No, like when you go tell me? The system you have to go
by the next program.
So you have to go by your computer and find out, right?
Yeah.
And you have no idea where they. When me look for, if you tell me, you can't tell me where.
Me no want to say no them go give you no wrong one. No, so me have it straight and me I give it. You understand?
All right, sir. All right.
Yes, as me I say, is there something we have to ask some girls now?
Yeah.
They have in them camera in their ears. Or sorry upon them because you have no earring ties pipe, you know.
Yeah, you can't
understand. As small like that. Yeah. That's much like it's a go on rasta.
Yeah, but it have to connect to something else, you know.
All right, when you get your brochure, you will know what to do. You understand?
No, me I tell you, say, it have to connect to something else.
Yeah, that's what I say. When you get the brochure, you will know what to do.
Over the camera and see what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have one of that, right?
Most as me say, I don't want to reveal certain things about myself.
Your camera no work that way there. Where you can rewind and see.
Yeah, man, they play back, you know, see it. You understand? Yes. You type in the month, the year, and play back, but it have to connect to the system. Yeah.
All right. Sir.
So, see, police, government now want to give camera, but people can't get them camera for buy to put on them. You pick me, them people no can't get camera put on them and nobody know.
No.
Yeah.
Every country have police with camera upon them. So you mean say if the government supposed to have camera upon the police, and at this modern time when they talk about AI and all them something there, them supposed to have the camera.
Yeah.
Don't put it upon the government, don't put it upon the people them now if you go buy a camera. I mean that is good. If you go get a camera, yes, that you can have your button and all them something there, but the government supposed to provide the police force with camera. We now make them escape out of that, you know. We are talking about
the civilian now where he had them camera upon them. You understand?
No, me not say no, but me just say, we now go now, put it on the civilian them now, say they must go buy a camera. Me attack say, the police, they must have camera. Police must have camera upon them, simple.
Yes, but in this age of technology now, Motor, we can't depend on the government alone. So
you know, I
get what you said, Motor. I get what you said.
Let me not get what you said too. So they will have no more argument there. We'll get what you say. All right?
All right. Another time then, sir.
Yes, sir. Blessed man.
Cool.
Okay. Here we go.
Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
All right, this is a clip from a movie, and two white men talk to this Native American. Because them, as you know, they want to take all the land from the people, them and tell them, put them in a reservation. So this is the conversation between this white man and this Native American chief.
Do you understand?
I speak your language.
Good. Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why... Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
It's not like that.
Then how can they own it?
He has a point.
If you accept our offer, you won't have to hunt buffalo anymore or roam the prairie. You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
We need nothing from you.
Yes, heal up.
Yeah, Motor.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, man, bless up.
All right.
Yeah, now I will have a problem in this country. But the come find say the people are the problem, Motor. Yeah, man, because you know, how we come see it, years we have see it. No representative, guy or girl, can go into the house of representative, go represent the people unless the people put them there. So the people being abused yearly, and the people them not take heed. Them still putting on orange and them still putting on green and them still supporting PNP and JLPC anyway. So where the politicians them for do? Because if you are going like a fool, so what you want? You see that every 5 years or after every 5 years, these people is not working for you, is not with you, and not supporting you. And you're still voting for them. No. The people feel it. You understand? The people feel it, brother.
When them feel it, what happen now? What that mean?
Well, anything happen to them. Well, anything happen to them, I just so.
Okay.
the police, I hear you mention a thing a while ago, in this body who investigate the police. The whole of them want to fling away. The whole of that, the organization, Muta, the whole of them, commissioner of police, go right up to who investigate the police. The whole of them want to in a rubbish and light. These people are wicked people. And as I said before, the people of the country see what go on and still a vote for them same way. So, no. I read a book about Taki, was taken from the west coast of Africa, brought to Jamaica as a slave. He was a chief in his tribe. What Taki do? Taki start the rebellion. We not take this no more from no white guy, no colonial boy. Taki call a meeting with couple of them and the book say, and him start the rebellion. We're not going no further with the brethren. Them people are going too bad. Taki take action and what come out of it. Taki take action. These people are fool Muta. These people are going on what they call it, kill the city up here and them. Them are going on one road where them now go come back and them still are going on the same way. So make them go on down there. The road of destruction.
So you feel if them gone, you have to stand up straight?
Well, the good suffer with the bad, you know. I don't want to know, say, me no, look here, I only want to know, say, me and a lot of people, few of us, because majority always gone wrong and I do wrong, you know. Majority of the population is always saying wrong and doing wrong. Now, minority is saying right and doing right. And when the majority do what them to do and judgment come, then the minority are going to feel it same way. But the only thing, the minority are going to say, you know, we never take part in that. You understand? Yeah, man, the people in gone, Virgin, so sometimes it not even make sense to talk. It's all the police brutality and the police killing. It not even make sense to talk about it. So yes, you have to talk, you know. I agree, you know. Your voice must be heard. But
you know, when you talk, you know, when you talk, somebody out there go hear and it go pinch them. You know, feel so.
Yeah, but a long time we talk. A long time
we talk. What you mean? Then a long time, yeah, but it's not long. A long time I talk, but it's not long.
Why, Muta? A long time you talk, but Muta, you know, say, hold on, Muta, you know, it's a long time you talk some logic. Years, me I listen to you, you know, I talk some things, you know.
30 years.
Me I listen to you, I talk some things, you know, brethren. And the people still not take heed in the fire.
And you feel so should have stopped now then?
Well, it come like a waste of time, man.
Who for time? My time now waste.
You understand me? You know,
my time now waste, brethren.
Yeah.
Where you laugh at?
Boy, I believe you me. No, me not say your time, you know, with the people them.
They know me attack. With a 30 years me attack. And you are say, it don't make no sense. Cause waste of time. Me say, I'm me attack. And me no see it waste. Me no see myself a waste time.
Okay. I understand that part. I understand that part.
One cocoa full basket and until me gone off of there, that's what me I go talk. And when me I go say, because I've got in front of me, you know, phone and video and this and that, it will last continuously. Because when my teacher tell me about Marcus Garvey, which is his father, me just a little youth, yet still know me come and recognize that and pass that on. And me have picked now, when me pass it on to and people who listen, I pass it on. Me no feel say Marcus Garvey is attack in vain. Me no feel so.
Yeah.
You know, so only the dumb and for the talkative, really. Yes, we there with you, you know, say we will come forward at 2 o'clock with the stepping razor, the art of war. We really appreciate how the people them find it in them art to really sit down and lay down and listen to this program here. Them was a man in here and still get up and go to work or get up and go into the field. And we really appreciate the one them who are work right now and cutting edge, keep them awake. We are talking about the security, the dressmaker, the tailor, the shoemaker, you know, and just people who decide say them have to listen. We give thanks for that. Yeah. And we know the break is a problem all the while still, but as so it go, we have to just live with it. Like now. Today with you, as we tell you, so why you love the one them who stay with me. Yes, stay with me. Some people they have all 20 years too. Yeah, man. We give thanks for that. That's why we not stop, still not give up. You see, to man say, why talking not help, a joke you make, brethren, joke. The greatest war that has been fought on earth. The men them who started never hold up a gun or a sword to fight it. As a matter of fact, a whole heap of war start by just using a pen. That's why them say the pen is mightier than the sword. Because the man them sit down and write something and that caused millions of people to dead. So when I listen to what we are talking about, say, why talking not help, I better we just stop. No, so we don't know that. We stop when we can't say nothing, when we're dumb. When we can't talk, that is when we're going to stop. As we are saying, we give thanks to the ones who stay with me. All the while. Give thanks all the while.
Talk about sugar. And no, not the sweet story they try to sell you. But what it actually was, because this wasn't farming. This was extraction, exploitation. It was a machine built to grind black lives into profit, no matter how many people it destroyed. And I want you to see it for what it really was. They didn't just work people hard, they worked them to death. And they planned for it. Literally budgeted how many years they'd get out of an enslaved African. 5, maybe 7. That was it. They treated black lives like disposable machinery. When you died, they just brought someone else. Because that was cheaper than feeding you better or treating you like a human being. And the work itself, it was a nightmare. Cutting cane wasn't just field work. It meant hacking through short stalks that tore your skin apart. No gloves, no shoes. All day under the sun. If you slowed down, you were whipped. And when harvest came, there was no break. Sugar mills ran around the clock. People worked 18, 20 hours straight, feeding cane into giant rollers that didn't stop for screams. If you got caught in it, it would tear you apart. And they didn't shut the mill down. They would just clean it up enough to keep going. And then there was a boiling house. Open vats of scalding syrup, blinding steam, heat that could cook you alive if you slipped. You want to know why so many died? Because that entire process was built to kill. It wasn't a flow, it was the business model. And the owners knew it. They bragged in letters about how cheap Africans were compared to their profits. They wrote in account books how many they'd need to replace each year. This wasn't hidden, it was standard. Everyone involved knew that every spoon of sugar was bought with black blood. And it didn't just happen in the Caribbean, it happened here, too. Same lethal work, same swamps filled with disease, same death rates because they wanted the same profits. And they got them. That's why the slave trade was so massive. Because sugar plantations killed so many people, they needed a constant supply. It was cheaper to buy new lives than preserve the ones that they had. That's the level of cruelty that we're talking about here. And even when they stopped importing Africans, they forced enslaved women to have child after child after child. Sold those children away. They just turned forced reproduction into another profit stream. Because the system will always find a way to keep going. This wasn't just a tragedy, it was a plan. An entire economy built on crushing human beings until there was nothing left but profit. Call it what it was. Deliberate, calculated, industrial death. And that blood is still in the sugar. It's still in the wealth, still in the foundation of what they built. I'm not here to make anyone comfortable. I'm here to tell the truth. Because silence is complicity. We can't continue to let them rewrite the narrative.
The Church of England once owned a sugar plantation on Barbados that profited it about £5 million a year in today's money. They purchased slaves from West Africa and subjected them to inhuman treatment, including having the word society branded on their chests with a hot iron to show that they were the property of the church. Previous Archbishop of Canterbury actually chaired the meetings approving the purchase of more slaves for the plantation. They were needed because so many had died as a result of their inhuman treatment. The church also enslaved children as workers too. The wealth the church enjoys today and its ownership of vast parts of the land and real estate of England and its prestige is because of this shameful blood money from the past. The Catholic Church and many of the popes were no better, abusing the innocent and forcing them into slavery. People often trust religion, religious people, and the church. They shouldn't. It has little, if anything, to do with God or Jesus. It is a human system spawned, controlled, and dominated by men. It is responsible for atrocities throughout history, even up to our present day.
Have you ever heard of the Zong Massacre? It was the deliberate killing of over 130 slaves by throwing them overboard into the ocean. But what's even worse is why they did it. Now that is... The Zong was the name of a British slave ship traveling across the Atlantic carrying 442 African slaves, way over their capacity because they were trying to maximize on their profitability. Things took a turn for the worse when the captain miscalculated. The route was going to take longer than they originally anticipated. So now supplies are running low. To make matters worse, the slaves were starting to get sick. So instead of arriving at the port and losing money because of having weak and sick slaves, the captain decided it would be better to throw the slaves overboard because drowned slaves could be claimed on your insurance, but sick or dead ones would be worthless. So over the course of several days, the crew chained, gagged, and threw at least 122 men, women, and children into the ocean. Husbands, wives, children, babies. And another 10 jumped into the ocean on their own, choosing suicide over being murdered or being slaves. Can't even imagine. The Zong ship reached its destination and filed an insurance claim for lost cargo. They wanted money for the people that they murdered. And the case actually went to court. But not over the murder of all these people, but for the insurance claim itself. The court found that the insurance company was liable for the damages because as enslaved people, they were the same as any other cargo.
37, Winston Churchill said of the Palestinians, I quote, "I do not agree that the dog in a manger has the final right to the manger, even though he may have lain there for a very long time. I do not admit that right. I do not admit, for instance, that a great wrong has been done to the Red Indians of America or the black people of Australia. I do not admit that a wrong has been done to these people by the fact that a stronger race, a higher grade race, a more worldly wise race, to put it that way, has come in and taken their place."
Balancing truth and the controversy, addressing the youth and their calamity, motivated by concern for the whole of our liberty, the promise of a new reality, the cutting edge of true intensity, sole provider for the whole of our family, the force of brutal non-conformity, the cutting edge.
37, Winston Churchill said of the Palestinians, I quote, "I do not agree that the dog in a manger has the final right to the manger, even though he may have lain there for a very long time. I do not admit that right. I do not admit, for instance, that a great wrong has been done to the Red Indians of America or the black people of Australia. I do not admit that a wrong has been done to these people by the fact that a stronger race, a higher grade race, a more worldly wise race, to put it that way, has come in and taken their place.
Yes. May I tell you, if we only knew 10 what we know now, what a thing. We will continue the journey, you know. Yeah, we will continue the journey because when we hear all them tongue something there, Winston Churchill she talk, you know, she quote, you know, and she write it, you know. She quote something Winston Churchill say.
37, Winston Churchill said of the Palestinians, I quote, I do not agree that the dog in a manger has the final right to the manger, even though he may have lain there for a very long time. I do not admit that right. I do not admit, for instance, that a great wrong has been done to the Red Indians of America or the black people of Australia. I do not admit that a wrong has been done to these people by the fact that a stronger race, a higher grade race, a more worldly wise race, to put it that way, has come in and taken their place.
The Health Ministry says 4 dengue-related deaths were recorded between last year and this year. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the disclosure in Parliament today.
Data from the National Surveillance Unit indicates that dengue fever activity is low as of the week October 11, 2025. Year to date, there have been some 379 dengue cases for 2025, much fewer than when compared to the similar period last year where we had 1,819 for the same period in 2024. And there was also 2 dengue deaths last year, and so far for 2025, 2 this year.
Dr. Tufton said the ministry usually sees a spike in dengue cases towards the end of the year, but the current numbers are below the normal threshold.
The yearly pattern of dengue in Jamaica shows a distinct seasonality, with the highest incidence of cases being seen in the latter part of the year, peaking around October. As of the 13th of October 2025, the number of dengue cases has been below the normal epidemic threshold since September 2024. To date, there have been 23 dengue cases recorded for the month of September, suspected and confirmed that is, and this is well below the epidemic threshold of a similar period where we had some 257. So you would have to get to 257 or more to get to that epidemic threshold. So we're well within that.
The minister noted that there is a concerning increase in the mosquito population.
At the same time, Jamaica is currently experiencing a notable increase in mosquito population across multiple species, particularly nuisance mosquitoes. And we refer to nuisance mosquitoes as domestic species that are here with us, have always been here with us, but they do not carry the virus itself. The recent shift from drought to intense rainfall has created ideal conditions for mosquito breeding. When in drought, we often turn to water storage practices that unintentionally create breeding sites. So the use of drums, tanks, buckets. When rains return, these containers, along with clogged drains, discarded items, and natural depressions, become filled with water, triggering explosive mosquito breeding sites.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton. Meantime, the Health Ministry has sought to assure that citizens need not have any fear about malaria. This as the risk threshold has not been reached. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton gave the assurance while responding to questions from the opposition in Parliament today. Concern has been raised about exposure to malaria in the wake of reports that Haitians who recently entered the country illegally tested positive for the disease. Dr. Tufton pointed out that health officials in the areas where the Haitians were found activated the relevant response protocols.
As it relates to malaria, we have a special protocol where that risk is detected. We have no record at this point that we have malaria here. We don't, or where there may be a risk For example, persons turning up on our shores from wherever. The health authorities are normally very involved in that process, and they do their necessary inspections. And if there is a view either that is a possibility, then the appropriate protocols are in place. But as of now, we do not have that risk, and thank God we will hopefully try to keep it that way. So the public doesn't need to be fearful.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton. Jamaica has been malaria-free for years, with the official eradication designation being reinstated in 2012. Members of the opposition shadow cabinet signed the Leadership Code of Conduct yesterday. The People's National Party says the document, developed initially by the Integrity Commission, embodies the 7 principles of public life: selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. It says together these principles reflect the highest standards of ethical conduct expected of public officials. PNP President and Opposition Leader Mark Golden notes the significance of the signing, adding that the PNP pledges to serve with honesty, openness, and responsibility, ensuring that the interests of the people remain at the center of national life.
On Monday, at the meeting of the Shadow Cabinet, our spokespersons signed the Leadership Code of Conduct, a document originally developed by the Integrity Commission and embodying the 7 principles of public life. Those principles are based on the values of integrity, accountability, and transparency. I think it's very important in Jamaica today that our leaders publicly demonstrate their commitment to those values so that the people can have trust and confidence in the leaders of the country. We have once again, by signing the Leadership Code of Conduct, demonstrated our commitment to the values of integrity, accountability, and transparency in how we operate as leaders, and we commit ourselves going forward to upholding those principles in how we operate and everything that we do.
Opposition Leader Mark Golden. A 52-year-old woman was murdered in Shahampton, Manchester this morning. Dead is Lorraine Davy of New Hope District. Reported at about 6:15 a.m., residents stumbled upon Davy suffering from a wound to the head and a knife lodged in her neck. The police were summoned and she was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Investigators say an individual is being questioned in relation to the killing. 28 people have been murdered in Manchester since the start of the year. Police have identified the man who was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with lawmen near Lawrence Drive and Mannings Hill in St. Andrew yesterday. He is 26-year-old Oshane Brown, a mechanic of Kingston 8. According to the police, the incident occurred at about 3:58 p.m. Brown was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Lawmen say an Omni Hybrid multiple caliber rifle loaded with 1 round and a magazine fixed was seized. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom is probing the matter. 313 people have been killed in crashes on the nation's roads since the start of the year. One of the latest incidents occurred along St. John's Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine last evening. Dead is 75-year-old Dennis Campbell of St. John's Road. Reported at about 8:45 p.m., Campbell was walking along the roadway when he was hit by a motor car. He sustained multiple injuries and was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Chairman of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee, ETOC, Dr. Adrian Stokes, says it's very important to reward and recognize persons who are crucial to the transformation of the education sector. He made this statement at the Education Ministry's Tactical Approach Awards 2025 ceremony this morning. The awards ceremony aims to shine a spotlight on these schools and educators whose tireless efforts have led to significant grade improvements, innovative teaching methods, and transformative impact on students' learning experiences. According to Dr. Stokes, having great people to transform this sector is important, and it is also essential to reward and recognize these individuals.
We need to fundamentally transform how we recognize our people, how we reward our people, how we acknowledge our people. And the plan is to build on this so that you, the teacher, the principal, the board members, everybody in education is valued. Because that's what it's going to be.
He said as chairman of ETOC, he remains committed to advocating for educators who continue to transform the sector.
My commitment as chairman of the Education, Conservation Oversight Committee is to advocate for you, is to ensure that the human component gets the attention, that we invest in our people, and importantly, things like reward and recognition, and ensuring that people feel valued and motivated is critical to what we're trying to do.
Chairman of ETOC, Adrian Stokes. President of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, Dr. Norman Grant, says the sector could lose up to $500 million this year due to climate change and recent heavy rains. In the past few weeks, sections of the island were lashed by heavy rainfall, resulting in flooding and damaged roadways and crops. Speaking to IRFM News, Dr. Grant noted that the coffee sector has been undergoing challenges since 2023. He said the industry lost $1 billion between 2023 and 2024 due to weather events such as Hurricane Beryl, which affected the island last year. He is calling on the government to provide additional financial support to farmers through the Crop Resuscitation and Establishment Program. He said such assistance would include the provision of coffee seedlings and fertilizers, as well as rehabilitation of the rural and farm road network.
Climate change has impacted the Jamaican coffee industry in a very, very negative way over the last 3 years. As I said, there was a loss of 100,000 boxes to the coffee farmers valuing $1 billion, looking at $10,000 per box for the last 2 crop years. This crop year, there is a further compounded loss that is as a result of rain and drought that could result in losses close to about $500 million. So we are saying to the ministry and to the minister and to JACRA, we need an intervention of the crop program, which is the Crop Resuscitation and Establishment Program, where we would release inputs of 1 million coffee seedlings, fertilizer, chemical, looking at the rural road and the farm road network, building capacity, and to look at 300 million per annum over the next 5 years as an intervention of some support, some lifeline.
Dr. Grant believes such an investment would be a game changer and increase productivity significantly within the next 5 to 10 years.
To increase productivity from 30 boxes per acre to 90 boxes, to increase production from 200,000 boxes to 450,000 boxes by 2030, and to increase our export earnings from the current $25 million per annum to $100 million per annum over the next 10 years. That intervention would be a game changer, and it is something that we need to do to deal with what we call the good agronomic practice, so we can get some inputs to the farmers, so the farmers can fertilize their coffee trees, so that both quality and quantity can continue to grow to supply the global market.
President of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, Dr. Norman Grant. The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, has accused the government of attempting to undermine community-led efforts to secure permanent and unfettered public access to the nation's beaches. According to JABEM, some recent media reports misrepresented both the government's handling of beach rights and the role of community advocates, particularly in relation to Cooper's Pen Trelawney and the Little Duns River in St. Anne. One article framed Cooper's Pen as an example of successful government-led beach access, pointing to infrastructure improvements and collaboration with developers. Another highlighted ongoing illegal entry fees being charged at Little Duns River, despite the beach being public and free, with claims that activists had failed to act on the issue. JABEM's president, Dr. Devon Taylor, rejected those claims, noting that advocates have consistently condemned such actions and called for stronger government oversight He further argued that real progress requires legislative reform and meaningful community involvement.
These claims just aim to distract and deflate the energy of the growing demand by the Jamaican people for unfettered access to all beaches in Jamaica, which must be done through legislation, which they fail to advance.
Dr. Taylor also took issue with statements made by Environment Minister Matthew Saluda in one of the articles. The advocate raised concern about alleged attempts to frame beach rights issues as already settled.
The minister stated that fisher folks and vendors enjoy prescriptive rights at Cooper's Pen, a claim that undermines the need for continued court cases that have been filed across the island to codify these beach rights. The court cases brought by communities seeks to codify rights to beaches in perpetuity forever, which means they must be registered in writing on the land title. Has this been done at Cooper's Pen? Then if so, we're asking the government to make that document available to the public for scrutiny. Their policy at Cooper's Pen is one of also segregation, beach for hotel and beach for locals. That must not be tolerated in Jamaica.
President of JABEM, Dr. Devon Taylor. JABEM is again calling for the government to repeal and replace the 1956 Beach Control Act and to legislate Jamaica's right to free access and participation in the coastal economy, especially those from lower income communities. And Jamaica's population now stands at 2,774,538. This is a 2.8% increase over the 2011 census. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, released the delayed results for the 2022 Housing and Population Census today. Director of Demographic and Social Statistics, Stacey Robinson, explained that the movements in the population are influenced by births, deaths, and migration. Citing 5 census periods from 1982 to 2022, she noted that in 1982, the population count stood at 2.1 million compared to 2.7 million in the 2022 count. She outlined data on the demographic processes that influenced the population movement, which included a reduction in births.
So in summary, Jamaica's population in 2022 was 2.7 million, an increase of 2.8% compared with the 2011 census, the previous census year. The average annual growth rate of 0.24% was the lowest over the period 1970 to 2022. The growth rate observed was influenced by a 42.2% decline in the births, moving from 747,788 to 432,018 over the intercensal periods 1970 to 1982 to 2011 to 2022. And it was further impacted by population losses due to deaths moving from 188,993 to 236,687.
Director of Census Demographic and Social Statistics at Statin, Stacey Robinson. Meantime, there was a 0.8% increase in the All Jamaica Consumer Price Index CPI for September. This was revealed by Statin today. The CPI measures changes in the general level of prices for consumer goods and services purchased by private households. Acting Director of the Administrative Statistics Division, Seymour McDonald, explains that the main contributor to the increase in the CPI for September was the Food and Non-Alcoholic Beverages Division, which rose by 0.9%. There were higher prices for some agricultural produce, such as sweet potato, tomato, carrot, and cabbage in the class vegetables, tubers, plantains, cooking bananas, and pulses. The Housing, Water, Electricity, Gas, and Other Fuels Division recorded a 1% increase, reflecting higher electricity rates and rental costs. Additionally, there was a 5.6% upward movement in the index for the Education Division due to higher tuition fees for private schools at the primary level for the new school term. Ms. McDonald noted that the point-to-point inflation rate for September 2024 to September 2025 increased by 2.1%.
Looking at the point-to-point inflation rate, that is, the movement between September 2024 and September 2025, prices increased by 2.1%. The top contributing divisions to this movement were housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, up by 4.8%, and restaurants and accommodation services, which increased by 4.1%. However, this continued slowdown in the inflation rate is a result of low increases in two of the heavier weighted divisions. Food and non-alcoholic beverages, which increased by 0.7% compared to a 6% increase for the corresponding period of the prior year, and transport, which moved up by 0.3% compared to a 9.1% increase for the similar period last year. These overall movements highlight the continuing impact of utility-related costs, price adjustments in the service sector, and the seasonal factors that typically influence the cost of food and education during this period.
Acting Director of Administrative Statistics Division, Simora McDonald. Works Minister Robert Morgan said Montego Bay Perimeter Road is 80% complete and is expected to be finished by May next year. Mr. Morgan made the disclosure during a tour of sections of the road today. He expressed satisfaction with the project, noting that it will be completed ahead of schedule and within budget.
We have seen some stabilization using mesh and concrete, shotcrete as they call it, and it's a new technology that is in Jamaica. We would have also looked at some of the drains that we're building, which are much more sturdy, have a higher capacity than drains we have seen anywhere else. These roads are built to last, and I'm very happy to say that we will look forward to the full opening of the Perimeter Road in May of next year, ahead of schedule, within budget, and a good quality road for the people of the West and Jamaica in general.
He said the work done on this road is a testament to the collaboration of China Harbour, local engineers, and management of the National Road Operating and Constructing Company, NROC. Pointing to the work that has already been done, Mr. Morgan noted that the road has been asphalted.
Very pleased with the work that has been happening on the Perimeter Road. Very pleased with the progress. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. That's a good thing for the people of Jamaica. There are sections where in Salt Spring where persons are able to use the bridge. We have allowed them to use the bridge, not the road, but the bridge, because we found that giving them the opportunity to use the bridge would ease their flight significantly. We did look at the longest and tallest bridge that was ever built in Jamaica. That is now complete. All that is left to do is to asphalt that bridge with 3.5 inches of asphalt.
Works Minister Robert Morgan, responding to a question from the media about opening sections of the road ahead of completion, he said any such plan would have to be guided by safety of motorists. Work on the $274 million project includes Montego Bay Bypass Road, Barnett Street, West Green Avenue Road Rehabilitation, Long Hill Bypass to reduce road traffic congestion, and a comprehensive drainage study of the Montego Bay Bypass area. A local lobby group has expressed concern about what it believes is denial of access yet again to the Belmont Cove property, commonly called Little Duns River in Ochiria, St. Anne. The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEN, claimed that the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, fenced off and reclosed the attraction effective today. This claim has been refuted by the government. The comments come in the wake of recent reports that the facility, which should only be operational on Sundays, was being operated every day, allegedly by extortionists who charged an entry fee. In a statement, President of JABEM, Dr. Devon Taylor, described the actions of the UDC as a beach rights betrayal. In referencing its legal challenge on the beach access rights issue, Dr. Taylor said the betrayal is based on ongoing advanced discussions in the court prior to the 2025 general election as to when the attraction is open to the public and the apparent about turn now taken by the UDC.
It has come to the attention of JABEM and the plaintiffs in the Little Duns River court case that the UDC, Urban Development Corporation, will be fencing and reclosing Little Duns River, thereby locking out the public on weekdays starting today, Wednesday, October the 15th. We see this as a betrayal by the government of Jamaica based on the ongoing advanced discussions in the court prior to the 2025 general elections, that the beach will be legally protected for the people. The status quo immediately before the general elections was a beach that is open 7 days per week and not only on weekends. It now appears that after the general election that the UDC has reneged on that current status quo and is reclosing the beach and river, once again denying Jamaicans the freedom to access the beach and use the river and the sea, which are common heritage of humankind.
Dr. Taylor called on the government to allow for the property to remain accessible on weekends even as the court matter is ongoing.
We're also taking this opportunity to call upon the government to adhere to the principle of keeping the current status quo of a 7-day open Little Duns River while the negotiations continue in the court. We want to also furthermore, say to the government, do not continue to lock us out. Set us free. Do not continue to push us down, build us up. And to note that any beach or sea policy that does not guarantee full and fettered access for all Jamaicans to the beach and to the sea is not justice, but instead another form of control.
He stressed that beach access must be an inherent right of the Jamaican people and not subject to government discretion.
This act of reclosing the beach and river, it categorically confirms what JABEM have been communicating to the Jamaican public for the last 3 years, that we the people use the beaches of Jamaica only by permission and at the discretion of the government, and that we the Jamaican people do not have inherent and permanent rights to the beach based upon the Beach Control Act of 1956. And so the government can take away whenever it chooses our beach rights.
President of JABEM, Dr. Devon Taylor, he reiterated the call for the government to repeal and replace the 1956 Beach Control Act. In the meantime, an internal investigation has been launched into the situation at the Belmont Cove property, commonly called Little Duns River in Ocheria, St. Anne. This in the wake of recent reports that the facility, which should be operational on Sundays only, was being operated every day and an entry fee charged. The property is managed by the Urban Development Corporation, UDC. Environment Minister Matthew Samuda, who is also a Member of Parliament for North East St. Anne, made the revelation in response to questions about monitoring the property.
I can't speak for UDC, who has control of the property, but they have launched their own internal investigation and have said publicly that they will update when complete.
Mr. Samuda also refuted claims by lobby group Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, that the UDC closed down the attraction. He said the facility remains open to the public, adding that following reports of it being taken over by alleged extortionists, the UDC implemented tighter security measures.
The beach is not closed. The beach was never opened in the week legally. What you've seen time and time again in and around Northeast St. Anne and certainly in the rest of the country, when you have free beaches, there's oftentimes criminal attempt to capture the beach and to extort those who wish to go and use it for free. You'll recall that in 2022, there was a murder at Little Duns River over extortion rights. And that is why the beach was closed in the first place. UDC reopened it, saying they were able to provide security and access and lifeguards and all that is required on the weekend, because it requires oversight to make sure that people are safe when they're using the facility. That was interrupted by unscrupulous persons seeking to charge those in the week, and we understand possibly also on the weekend on occasion, to use the beach. We are putting in new security protocols to make sure that what intended is what happens. The beach is a free beach. It is a beautiful spot, and it is the entitlement of all of those in St. Anne and everywhere else who wish to use it to do so free, unhindered, and we're putting in the necessary steps to make sure that that is the case.
Environment Minister and Member of Parliament for North East St. Anne, Matthew Samuda. Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett says Jamaica is projecting 4.3 million total visitor arrivals for 2025, a 2% 8.7% increase over 2024. The country is also seeking to earn $4.6 billion, representing 7.1% growth year on year. Mr. Bartlett explains that for the upcoming winter 2025-2026 season, stopover arrivals are expected to increase by 6.9%, cruise arrivals by 24.3%, and gross earnings by 8%, reaching $1.7 billion. He says with the targets to be met, the vision is now for the 5x8x10 strategy.
With this trajectory, Jamaica is firmly on course to achieve its 5x5x5 mission, 5 million visitors, earning $5 billion within the 5-year period which started in 2020. But that is now behind us in terms of our thinking, because in this new dispensation, it calls for a new and bold vision. And so, Madam Speaker, the new KPIs for tourism will be 5x8x10. That is to achieve 8 million visitors, earning $10 billion by 2030. Our marketing focus is expanding beyond traditional markets to embrace new frontiers in Latin America, Middle East, Asia, and of course, Madam Speaker, this is supported by enhanced airlift, digital innovation, and strategic partnerships that ensure Jamaica will remain top of mind for global travelers.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett. Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, has described the backlog in garbage collection in the corporate area as unacceptable. He is urging the National Solid Waste Management Authority to take action to address the delays as residents are experiencing serious backlogs. Mayor Swaby spoke on the issue at yesterday's monthly meeting of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. He revealed that residents have been complaining about uncollected garbage for weeks.
Residents in several communities are experiencing serious backlog with domestic garbage. In some communities, there are complaints that waste not being collected for 6 to 8 weeks. This situation is unacceptable and poses both health and environmental risks. The National Solid Waste Management Authority is responsible for these services, but collection has not been consistent. I'm aware that NSWMA often points to the rainy season as a challenge, especially when accessing the dump. However, this should not result in garbage being left uncollected for such a long period.
He further stated that the municipality has taken note of irregular street cleaning by the agency, resulting in the municipal corporation having to hire external contractors to keep the streets clean.
We have also observed that sweeping is not taking place on a regular basis, particularly in the heart of downtown, Parade, King Street, West Queen Street. As a result, the KSAMC has had to employ external support to keep the streets clean. What is even more concerning is the suspicion that some persons employed by the National Solid Waste Management Authority to carry out these duties are being paid, but little or no work is actually being done. I am calling the National Solid Waste Management Authority to take action to address these delays, ensure that both residential and public area receive the attention they require.
The mayor is also urging citizens to practice proper waste disposal.
While we call on the National Solid Waste Management Authority to act, we have to acknowledge that residents make the situation worse as a result of the poor waste disposal practices. Residents have a role to play in keeping their surroundings clean. Proper disposal of waste and ensuring garbage is securely back are simple but important steps to help prevent the accumulation of garbage. Maintaining clean streets and public spaces is a shared responsibility. We must work together to ensure that our residents can live in a clean and well-managed environment.
Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has lauded the work of the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA in identifying cybercrime players. The security minister was speaking at the MOCA Strategic Management Retreat that commenced earlier today at the AC Marriott Hotel in Kingston. Dr. Chang pointed out that there is need for the digital highways to be protected, hence spotlighting the crucial role of the organization.
That means that there has to be an agency that's in a position not only to respond in real time, but to identify the weak spots, the vulnerabilities, and assist us in dealing with them. You may not be the one to fix it, but you can identify it quickly, alert those who should fix, and protect. Because if we're going to develop rapidly and overcome some of the problems of poverty, having the service of an agent that can in fact protect the digital highways and allow the work of those who are digitally trained, artificial intelligence is the next step, which is really the next step in the process, because you're really creating a system that can think as fast as you think, literally, or put the knowledge together rapidly into the system for service. So MOCA and an agency like MOCA becomes crucial to our way forward as a developed country.
The minister further stressed the importance of MOCA's role in identifying cyber criminals amidst the evolution of modern technology.
MOCA has demonstrated we can, in fact, once identified, investigate and prosecute corruption successfully. That's something we need to highlight, keep it and give MOCA the credit. And all that I said, evolving in the new age of digital highways, it is MOCA that is out there fixing the potholes and preventing new ones coming up effectively. Unless we have agents that can seriously investigate, identify the players, take the time to find them, and prosecute them, the corrupt practice will continue and undermine our system. And so too, we have to have someone able to move quickly to ensure that those who go onto the digital highways and think they can quietly sit in a room or in a boat somewhere off the coast, not only undermine, hack, ransomware, whatever they do to damage the system and strangle the economy, be able to find them and get them out of the system.
Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang.